is Mike Scoug. I am the chairman, hello Governor, of the board of directors for the AIC. That's the Ag Innovation Campus. And thank you and welcome to you for being here and to celebrate the grand opening, well, I should say the groundbreaking, I mean to say, of the Ag Innovation Campus. And so we have several people here that we've picked to do part of the program. My job is to explain to you and to introduce to you the board of directors for the Ag Innovation Campus. And I'm proud to say that the board of directors come from a diverse background and with a lot of years of experiences, and they're just a great bunch of people. So far, we have been meeting just about bi-weekly, and we've been very busy, and we think we are accomplishing quite a bit of things on this lately. So representing the Minnesota Soybean Research and Promotion Council, we have two directors. They're Gene Stuhl, he's currently the vice chairman of the Ag Innovation Campus, and Tom Frisch was elected treasurer. Tom, would you raise your hand, please? Tom is right over here. And then representing the Ag Utilization Research Institute from AURI, we have Shannon Schleck. And Shannon, did you want to say a few words, please?
Hi everyone, and thank you Chairman Mike. Just from an AURI standpoint, we're really excited to be part of this Ag Innovation Campus idea and effort. Overall, it's a great synergy for the work that's happening in value-added agriculture. AURI has a 30-year history here in the Crookston area, and we just see some great synergies developing with this campus and the innovation, and for us to be a part of it is just very exciting. And I want to thank Minnesota Soybean and the state for all their effort and support for agriculture and for value-added agriculture and our mission of really advancing long-term benefit for Minnesota through value-added agricultural products. So thank you.
Thank you, Shannon, also for your dedication to the AIC. Also from AURI, then would be Jimmy Gossi. Jimmy, raise your hand, please. And Jimmy was elected secretary of the board of directors. And then from Minnesota Soybean Growers Association, we have Trevor Brecken. Trevin's back there. He's a soybean grower locally from the Crookston area, and myself as one of the MSGA responsible people for that organization. Ex officio members, we have Craig Hoyseth from Cheetah. Craig, please raise your hand. Dennis Egan of Epitome Energy, and Tom Slanenka represents AMS, our operating management service, plus the AIC, and he'll be speaking a little bit later. Also, staff members that we have for expertise are Seg Nyber. He's our preliminary engineer and doing a lot of the engineering, and we've been counting on his advice. Jim Lampert is our project manager. Jim will be talking a little bit today. Doug Munson is the director of communications. Scott Miller is our CFO, and Joe Smentek is here also. He's our political advocate, and he is also the director of Minnesota Soybean Growers Association. Also now for our we want to show respect and appreciation to the political advocates that we are talking with, the influencers politically, and we've had great support from Representative Deb Keel, Senator Mark Johnson, Representative Fabian, Representative Green, Representative Burkle. Well, yeah. Thank you for being a part of this and for your support. It's been great to work with all of them, and their caucus has done a lot of work for us. Also on the DFL side, we have a long-standing tradition of working with Congressman Colin Peterson. We got a letter of support from Tina Smith, and wanted to share that with you. And also Tom Peterson, he's not able to be here today, but his deputy of Commissioner of Agriculture is here. Is she there? She's standing there. Thank you. Andrea Walbo, thank you for being here, for representing Minnesota Department of Agriculture. You know, they just been a great champion and a great partner for us to work with. Been doing a lot of things and been supporting us, and we're in communication with them a lot of the time, and it's just a great relationship. They're also the ones that are administrating the dollars from the grant fund to us, so things are going really good there. And of course, we are very thankful to have Governor Tim Walz here. And Tim Walz recently, you know, signed for us, and we're very grateful for that, the grant of $5 million to start this project. And once that happened, this launched this thing like we couldn't believe. And we just got thinking, boy, we got to really get going now. So even though we started doing things in 2018, moved into 2019 and did some more things, but once this thing got signed by Governor Walz, we just knew we had to take off on this thing, and we've just had a great time doing that. And I want to take this opportunity also for thanking Governor Walz for signing the and having support of the tax Section 179 conformity bill. And so thank you, Governor, for that. Okay, that's the introductions, I believe, unless there's anyone I didn't recognize because you're all ready for Halloween with your masks on. If there is someone, please let me know and I'll make sure of that. So I'll turn it over to our CEO, Tom Slanenka.
Thank you, Mike. So the Soy Innovation Campus, or the Ag Innovation Campus that it's called now, this vision was started really about 6 years ago, in working with the Minnesota Research and Promotion Council. You know, there's a lot of projects that your checkoff pays for, and oftentimes those projects are investments in the universities and seed companies on new ideas and new concepts to help really agriculture and consumers to get new products. But what we found is that there's really what's called the valley of death. So that's the place between a benchtop idea or new genetics and commercialization. And in between is a very, very expensive process that many great ideas can't make it through that valley, and they wind up falling apart or can't find funding, or most importantly, they can't find a place to be tested at a large enough scale to prove that they're viable. So that's really what this project is all about. This project is about how do we create enough feedstocks consistently, day in and day out, so that new developments can be seen to fruition and actually can make it to our farm gates, make it to the consumers all across the nation. Now, there isn't a facility like this really anywhere in the world. This is going to be the first of its kind, where it is crushing soybeans. It also will at some point in time be able to crush any oilseed crops as well. So everything from the new cover crops that we're trying to develop, to sunflowers, to canola, any type of product like that at some point in time will be able to be processed through this facility. We are going to start with soybeans because this is soybean country. Quite honestly, this is from an acre standpoint, this is the biggest soybean production area in the United States. So where else would we build a center like this than Crookston? So we're very excited about being able to have the vision and the ability to push things through that valley, and maybe 3-4 years from now, we're actually going to have new products, new types of soybeans, new types of processing that are going to add value, not just to our community, not just to our state, but really to our nation. So that's what we're here to celebrate today, is the kicking off of this project. This thing has come extremely fast. It wouldn't happen without the support of this community, of the governor, of the Department of Ag. There's so many people to thank in this. But it's the farmers and their vision and their ability to ride along on this journey that really got us here. They were the core investment of this thing. They're going to continue to be the leadership. There's a whole host of leaders like Mike, back at the soybean industry that are helping us make these decisions, and we just can't do it without them. So I think if anything else, this is just a perfect partnership at a time when we all need a little good news about the future and how some people are looking forward. This group is looking forward, and so there's 1,000 questions that I can answer about the facility, and I'm going to be around to do that. We want to thank the press too. They've done a really great job of getting the full story out, and so you can go to our website, you can learn more about the facility, but I and our staff are going to be around to answer all of those questions. Following me is Jim Lampert. Jim Lampert is the director of this project. You'll see now on Main Street. We opened an office in downtown Crookston just yesterday, and so Jim will be spending time there. That's where the heavy lifting is going to be done, with working with the contractors and the community, and all the outreach that we can do is going to happen right there. It's just right down the street from our radio station. So we appreciate that relationship as well. So Jim's going to come up, give you a few details about the facility itself, what we hope to accomplish, and the timeline on that, and then we'll be moving the project through. I know we're all getting cold, and we all came here to listen to the governor, and we're going to make sure that happens next. So Jim.
A nice segue. Well, thanks, Tom. And you may notice I brought my pad up here, but that's to keep me on task, because I can get off on a whole bunch of tangents with this project. So it's very exciting. I'm very happy to be a part of the Ag Innovation Campus. I would like to, first of all, I want to say a few things. I want to thank Governor Walz for his insight and vision. I want to thank Commissioner Peterson for his insight and vision also. They've been very helpful. Also want to take time to thank the local representatives. Without your guidance, this would not be happening. The Minnesota Soybean Research and Promotion Council, which we generally call the PC, but they've been very innovative and very visionary on developing the CHEETA, Crookston Housing Economic Development Authority, have been outstanding. So we've been having a lot of cooperation. Things are going extremely well. The Ag Innovation Campus is going to be located on 10 acres right across the street here in Crookston. We're very excited about that. When the building is completed, there will be 67,000 square feet under roof. And that's just a floor space. And if you want more details on all the numbers, I'll be around later. We can talk about those at any length you want. The timeline that we're looking at, it's a very aggressive timeline. And as Tom and Mike both pointed out, when the grant dollars came through, we're going, oh no, now what? We better get moving. So, and that's exactly what's happened. The board was formalized in June of this year. And since then, we've been working ahead. We have permits. And I want to give a shout out to the Minnesota Pollution Control Agency. MPCA sometimes gets some bad press. They did great things. We can only say thank you to the MPCA. They were it was a pleasure to work with them. So then we've been doing our permits. All those are in process. We have some property secured. We've located some equipment at gently used equipment in Arkansas, which we're going to have rebuilt and moved to Crookston then next summer. Over the winter, we're going to finish our permits and our site design, and then we will be doing all the engineering work. And we're hoping to start, not hoping, we will be moving dirt in spring as soon as frost comes out. April is the target. Then after that, we have some utility and concrete work. So by the middle of the summer, we should be putting up a building. And then that'll take some time. We'll move the equipment in late summer, early fall. And the goal is to have this thing operational by the end of the year. Very stretch goal, but doable. So we're all very excited about that. And when you look at the Ag Innovation Campus, I look at it as really three parts. Tom talked about a small crush, which will be the heart of the Ag Innovation Campus. And in that section, we'll have 3 lines for crushing soybeans or any other oil crop that you may want to bring in eventually. We'll have the ability to do research, trials in that particular unit. Things like high oleic soybeans, non-GMO soybeans, organic soybeans, any kind of soybean you can think of. We'll be able to do that. And also, if when seed companies have trials, they want to find out what does their meal look like, or what is the soybean oil going to look like, they'll be able to come and we'll be able to produce enough so they can actually go out and do commercial trials. So that's a very exciting part of our operation. The small crush will be doing about 8,000 bushels of soybeans a day, which is 8 to 10 truckloads, which will be 2.5 million bushels over the course of the year. As far as soybean crushers go, that's a pretty small number, but for us, that's a pretty big number. And those 2.5 million bushels translate to about 61,000 acres of soybeans, which will have an impact between 80 and 100 farms in northwest Minnesota. And the byproducts from that, the soybean oil will be about 2.5 million gallons of soybean oil, which can be then converted into high-value biodiesel. We'll also be producing about 64,000 tons of soybean oil, soybean meal, which in the Levin County area in northwest Minnesota, the demand for soybean meal is 184,000 tons. So you can see that we can only meet 1/3 of the need in northwest Minnesota. But it's a value added to us, it's a value added to all those customers, all those new dairies come in, those hog farms, all the turkeys. So I get very excited. So there's a lot of good things going on with that. And the second business unit that we kind of look at is the industrial innovation bays. I just coined that term, by the way, so we'll see if the board goes with that or not. But industrial innovation bays, right now we're scheduled to have 10 of those. And what will happen is that will allow some of those companies that Tom was mentioning to come and prove out their ideas, test their processes, and develop commercially viable products. And they're very exciting. And inside, there'll be several different companies. We can move the bays to make them smaller or larger depending on what the company might need. But there will be a lot of synergies with other companies while they're in there. They'll be able to talk to other entrepreneurs that they're in different stages of their development. We'll have research teams available, technology teams like from AURI. So there's a real wonderful synergy that's going to come out of this facility. It's really more of an agricultural business incubator. It's kind of a good way to look at it. And then the third part of the business will be the offices. We'll have a very nice office space for the companies inside the bays to use. But also there may be some other commodity-based groups that want to come and join us, some other support groups, maybe who knows, an accounting firm wants to come in and support the innovation businesses that are in there. We don't know that, but there will be an opportunity for that. We'll have some real nice conference rooms as well as teaching capability. Companies such as Crown Iron develop processes and products all the time, and it's beneficial for them to have a place to come and train people on how to use that equipment or run that process. And we envision that the Ag Innovation Center will fit that bill very, very well. So overall, it's a very exciting project. I'm very happy to be involved in it. One of the visions for this Ag Innovation Campus is when one of these companies comes and joins in our bays, and then they mature out of the Ag Innovation Campus. And they end up, we're too small for them. They need someplace to go. So they buy another 10 acres from the city of Crookston and build their own processing facility and employ another 20, 25 people. That's really how you define the success. But there'll be a lot of steps along the way. And as you can tell, I like talking about the Ag Innovation Campus. So if you have any questions, I will be around later, and I'll turn it back over to Mike.
Thank you, Jim and Tom. Well, right now, it's our pleasure to have Governor Tim Walz with us, and please welcome him.
Thank you. Thank you, Mike, and thanks to Jim and Tom, and thanks to all of you. It's good to be around people who don't even look cold when it's like this. It's good to go. And I want to thank the person who was busting my chops about the city or whatever. I had to remind him my mom's still on our family Century Farm, and I tell the story. I graduated with 24 kids in my high school class, 12 of whom were cousins. And so the city folks from Crookston need a few things here. Grateful to be with you, though. This is I'm out here to say congratulations, more importantly say thank you to this leadership team up here, to Minnesota soy green growers. Had the pleasure of working with them for many years, Jamie and Joe and that whole team, making sure that it's not about just telling about your interests, it's about educating people about how important this industry is. We worked on 2 farm bills together, making sure we understood that. And the representatives who are here. Again, it's about having support and making that case, but a lot of it, and I think they would tell you this, is just educating their colleagues about what some of these projects are. What does this mean? I appreciate you pointing out Dan. I wouldn't have seen him otherwise over there, so in his orange jacket. But working together to make the case, and let's be very clear when we talk about this is exciting. There's opportunities here. This is about the growth that comes to it. But when these projects get decided upon, these representatives make the case on what the value is. And this one speaks volumes for what we can do. You heard about that, the research opportunities, or the market opportunities that can come up. This is an industry, and with agriculture, that's still at the core of everything we do in Minnesota. We not only feed the world, we fuel the world in fiber. And now, whether it is in pharmaceuticals or everything else that can come out of this, there are ample opportunities. And here's the thing. There's only so much land. There's only so much food. And by the time some of the younger folks that are here are our age, there'll be 11 billion people on the planet. They're going to be hungry. They're going to need things. This is the type of place that makes that happen. Right here, right in the heart of that, creating local jobs. But I think it's important to keep in mind when we do projects like this, it's $5 million. That is taxpayer dollars. That is money that came out of somebody's check to go in, and then how they talk about to their colleagues and how we sign this in and innovate and go back. I will guarantee you this one, we're taking a chance here. This is bold. Like you said, there's no place in the world has something like this. This thing has the potential to be tenfold return, not just in the local economy, which is really important, but regional, statewide, nationwide. People in Minneapolis, their tax dollars that help pay for this are going to benefit greatly from this project. And I think having that here, putting it right here of folks who know how this works, seeing this collaboration, it's exciting stuff. So I'm here to say thank you for that. I think all too often we overlook the fact. And again, while we have a very diversified economy, the fact of the matter is that agriculture sits at the base of that economy. It always has. And as long as people are hungry, as long as people are going to need fuel as we move towards some of the things we're doing, we're always going to be at that place. So congratulations. Thanks for all the work. Getting excited about this thing starting. And I have to tell you, that ambitious timeline, that's exactly what we need. It's been a little bit lean on the good news. So when we can get a good news story, we need to tell it. Thank you all.
Thank you, Governor Walz. Thank you for being here and for your support. When we launched this thing, it was just I just can't get over how excited we were once we got the grant dollars from the state of Minnesota. So we're very appreciative of all the taxpayers in Minnesota for that. And don't worry, we'll make really good use of it, and it's going to be many-fold over, like the governor was mentioning. I do want to acknowledge the city of Crookston, the commissioners from Polk County, and also everyone at Cheetah. Craig Hoyseth has been a great asset to us, and been working with him and the city of Crookston, and we're very happy about that. So this would be it from what I know for right here, and from here we'll go over to the groundbreaking ceremony. Thank you.
Bright future here. Where's the representative? Get up here, Dan. Where's Dan? Where's Mark at? Yeah, come over here. Take my Any other representatives out there that didn't come in to shot again? All right. Let's go. You're on the call. It's your call. On three, shovels. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Congratulations.
You're on the call. It's your call.
Ready?